Today we are making the amazing 3D animation text, which you can apply Figma, Framework, WordPress, Webflow, whatever. And it's gonna be super easy. You have to have zero knowledge of 3D animation or anything else. So let's start the video. The first thing we need to do, go to my favorite 3D website called spline.design. Once you log in, click on the new file button on the top. Delete everything as you can see on screen. As a next step, I have drawn out the little image. You can screenshot this and use it for your own practice. However, whatever you're gonna draw it on a piece of paper, take a screenshot of it and drag into your spline. As you can see, I have dropped into a little image here. I will zoom it out. This will essentially be our template. Now comes the tricky but fun part. On the top there is the vector option. Click on this little vector or pen tool, and just like we do on Figma and other tools, we will start drawing across the outline. Just tap to start of F and place the second point, then the third point of the curve. Also try to apply all these little dots or points, just like you would be writing something out. So whichever direction the points are going, that is the direction the animation will also happen. Alright, I basically outline everything, but this look like a very weird shape, correct? Now you want to convert this into a line. On the right, if you look at the under shape, there is something called convert to path. This is exactly what we want to do. Now we convert into path. We have this really thick line. To decrease the thickness under the path section, which is the size from 50 to something like 20, and otherwise as well 20. Now you can see we have the better understanding of the shape now. But now I can click on the image of the background and lock it from this layer window on the left. I am going to double click on the little shape that we have created, and I am gonna zoom in holding by command or alt, just zoom in. Now as you can see, we need to give the right curve. To do that, on the top right we have the bend tool. We will click on the bend tool and drag across each of these circles. And as you can see, the lines start to bend. We will adjust it according to our preference. And you have to do the same of each one of these. Make sure it's going in the smooth direction rather than look like this, looking around like this. Again, if you're new to do this, don't worry. You make some mistakes, but you find your way at the end. Alright, add. You can see I have carved everything out and I have created a stylized logo of Spot. I am going to remove the image finally, or you can hide it as well, it's up to you. Now let's come to the color and effects and the gradients. On the right, if I scroll down, we have the things called materials. Under materials, you can change the color to anything as you can see: blue, white, green, orange, what even you like. Since we creating a square title, let's go the brand color. So for that we click on little chevron. We click on this and under color you find lot of options. I want gradient. So under gradient what I can do is I click on it. And I can add many colors as I want. For this course I want a very little yellow. Then for the next color I add all these wonderful colors to our board. What we need to do is change it liner to smooth. And the direction, I want the angle, I want to change 90. But this still looks very dull and boring and weird to be honest. For this, I am gonna change the lighting from the grey color to this white color. I will find the right white. If you want to add some glow this text, deselect everything and click on plus icon, top bar, then scroll down, then select point light. Now comes the time to animate. We have add light, we have gradient, everything. Now we will animate this. Now animate is pretty simple. I will click on this. I will double click on make sure. I will click and highlight this text layer. And under the right properties panel, you will find events and states. First, we want to focus on state. The first state is the base state. Under the base state, I will make some changes. Now I want to change the depth under the path section. I will reducing to 1 to 0 and you can see I am reducing it. It's really going to flow like this. Not only is the text changing, it's also changing the gradient and lighting and everything, which adds to the 3D effects. Now on the right, we have set the state with the full depth or 1 depth. Now we have to state setup. I will now add the animation event. So under events, I click on the plus icon and under this we have start. You can make this animation happen on hover. I will change this to key press and I press the spacebar to make this and transition remains fine. I can always change this from ease in out to something like spring. Spring is definitely a little more fun. Now I have played this and press space. As you can see the animation which is super fantastic. Now click on export. I can export this as a embed URL, which means you can embed this URL to a live website as well or through Webflow or Framer or WordPress, etc. Now inside the embed, we have to make some changes. For example, I can go to place setting and we need to remove the background color to hide. And I'm gonna update the public URL. You can paste where you want to show animation. So you can see here is our animation. Once you create the design, make sure you are sharing it with me on Instagram. Just tag me on the social media platform, and the best one I definitely share on my story sector. I hope you like this video. If you did, make sure you like this video. It show me a lot of support. As well, click on the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on video every week. Share this video with your design buddies and I will see you on the next video. Until next time, take care.